first thing that you see.
We went through 18 redraws.
And then we have a play area where the kids play basketball constantly.
We've got a rock wall that goes across the entire front.
And then if the weather gets really bad, then these drop.
Ryan?
How's it going?
Platinum Ponds and Landscaping,
Yes,
huh?
Good to see you.
Dude, I've seen this project.
Yeah.
Is this like a builder's home or a showcase of homes or something?
It was in a magazine that we were featured in.
Okay.
Cosmopolitan Home, and we designed the entire blank slate. We designed the whole entire thing, the entire landscape and water feature.
And dude, the guy's got his own airstrip out here?
His own private airstrip. Yep. He went through about a 5-year legal battle to get it, but it was
my gosh. Well,
absolutely incredible guy. So I think he's around here somewhere. He might come out. So
okay, good. And this is about 2 years old, or?
We built this actually in 2020.
Okay, so we're in year 4.
Yep.
All right. I remember seeing the pictures from the magazine and everything else. Okay, first of all, look at this house. So we were pulling in the street, and this is the first thing that you see outside this beautiful arch gable, a waterfall. What else could you put in the front of a house that would have more curb appeal from your airplane when you're flying in than a waterfalls? Wow, look at this. This is just incredible. Now, wasn't there another one on the property too?
No, this is the only one. Yep, this is the only one.
So was the house brand new when you built this?
It was.
Yeah.
Yep, it was all brand new.
New construction.
Yep, this was actually one of the challenges we had here. Is this was actually, we didn't have much grade. And so we built this rock wall, so we slanted it up in the back, kind of pitched the grade up, so we had about 3 foot of total head height here to work with.
It looks like it's always been here.
Yeah.
Which of course is the goal of an artist, right?
That's right, that's correct.
Good work,
yep.
man.
Thank you.
Oh, it's 700. Oh, okay. I didn't know I was being filmed. I used to have a Raptor.
Yep.
Now I drive side by side Polaris Razor because it's got a roll cage on it, and I'm not as wild as I used to be, which is probably smart. What an incredible property.
Yeah.
Brand new house too. So basically, the pond debuted with the house, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Here he comes.
Hey, Clark.
I am. How you doing?
Well, thank you for the hospitality. And the pond guy, Greg.
All right.
That's a beautiful house. I saw it in a magazine or something. I remember. So I heard that you guys met at church.
Yes, we did.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
Well, thank you. So obviously you designed and built this house, and part of your vision and dream, Clark, was to have a waterfalls to greet everybody when they came in, or what?
Absolutely. You know, Ryan is known for this type of work, and this type of home calls for that.
Oh, yeah.
And
I love these rough cut timbers. And, wow, this is just an incredible house. Can we see it from inside?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
Yeah, definitely.
Good, you got your own airstrip.
Yes.
What are you flying?
Various. I have about 5 planes kind of call this home.
Yeah.
A couple are ours and a couple belong to friends and stuff. And so there's some sport planes, some typical Cessna 4-seaters, and then we've got a hot dog here that is a cross-country airplane. So
Speaking of hot dog, I used to be a hot dog, and I used to have a Raptor.
Raptor flying on
The
the ground.
Yamaha, your Yamaha Raptor up in the front.
Oh yeah.
Is that yours?
Yeah. We use it to hit all the trails around here. So.
Would you mind if I took a little spin on it?
Oh, have at it. I have built 2 houses in the past.
Yep.
And I've always wanted to have a log home. Always wanted to have a log home. And what's unique about this house is typically log homes are in the woods or on a mountain.
Yep.
And we wanted to have there's like a sand plateau on the top of this hill back here with the views that you typically wouldn't see here. I can sit out my front yard, I can see almost a mile in every direction. It's a gorgeous view. We thought, you know what, it will actually enhance the look of the home if it's in front of the woods and get it out where it can be seen and enjoyed, because we're not woods people, we're outdoor open people. So we went through thoughts, ideas of accessibility of the home, to a napkin, a concept, to an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, to me pulling out all of my scaled drawings for architecture and started scaling the house, and then found a log, a timber design and supplier out of western Wisconsin, Golden Eagle Log Homes. Found the dealer up in the Upper Peninsula that I was working with, handed all my drawings to them, and they took over from there.
Wow.
And we went through 18 redraws. But we had time because we had to work through the planning commission to get this whole runway all established, and it took about 3 3 years in a major war, but it gave us time to stop, reflect, and think and picture walking through the house. And so I designed the layout, and my wife designed the interior design.
Okay, smart.
So we kind of worked together.
That was a team.
Yep. So she picked colors, she picked the contrast of the wood, as well as the dual roof, was combining metal and asphalt, and then she also combines log walls as well as drywall walls. And then so when I think of like strategic people to work with, the log company did all the engineering design of the house. I brought 14 semi-loads of wood here. The blueprints were about 200 pages. It's not like here's your first floor, here's second floor, here's plumbing, here's electric, here's page 1, wall number 1, here's all the wood, and it is in bunk number 32.
Right.
So strategically, that was one big player. The next piece was Sherwood Home Builders here locally. He's building $1 million homes now. This was new to them, so this was their first, but we flew them out to Wisconsin, and they went through a training class, and they learned on the fly and did a fantastic job. Of course, the final piece is the exterior piece with Ryan, and I've known Ryan for years, and I knew that he would do an excellent job on this scale, and I was hoping that he could do it well and then use this as a showpiece for his future use, and I had total confidence in him. And he comes back and does a lot of maintenance work for us and stuff, and I've gotten to know his guys who work with him actually say it's a great, my son used to work with actually, he says a great group of guys to work with. No foul language, no nothing. It's all business and fun and hard work and great pay.
And it's a labor of love.
Yes.
At the end of the day, we get to actually see what we've accomplished that day. And then, of course, it's great relationships with the customers. It's because it's a lifestyle that we're creating for people.
Exactly.
There's nothing that you could have put in your front yard that would have as much curb appeal for this amazing house as that Waterfalls.
Right. That's about the only mistake that I've made is that falls do angle away from the drive-in. So you have to point them out. People don't just come in and say, oh, there they are. But it surprises people when they see it.
Yeah.
They're not used to seeing it.
Cool.
Yeah. So, definitely if you want to take a quick peek.
Yeah, I would love to.
We started construction in 2018, finished it in 2000, just the week before COVID, and we were in.
Perfect.
Yes, 1 week before. We were able to get all of our custom materials in the house and done before the supply problem started occurring. So here's the base entrance. If we walk into the house here, you see that it's a covered porch, it's a heated floor system. We wanted to have a large entry with large doors. This is even a custom-made door that goes well above the typical 6'8". And walking into the house, one of the things that we wanted to have in the main entry of the house is a service center that basically transitions into all aspects of the house. So outside to inside, to shoes off, to hanging your coats, to putting your shoes on, to going into the garage, to using the restroom, boots, mittens, coats, gloves, everything else. To main part of the house, downstairs and upstairs off of one room.
Okay.
And we wanted to make it so people could walk in here with their boots, take it off, and so it's unusual to find a mix between wood and tile on a floor. And this has actually held up very, very well in the last 4 to 5 years in doing so. So the goal was to have a single point entry, because typically in older homes, you have a front door that goes into someone's living room, but it never gets used. They always go through the garage. So this is a single entry home. Now, granted, there's lots of exits, but the main focus is you enter here.
The rotunda up front.
Yep. The next thing here is in this room. This is a 30 by 40, so it's a 1,200 square foot, what we call a central point of the house. And the main goal of this house was this room was to be the anchor point of the house, with kitchen, eating, and living all in one room. We're very social people. We like to make certain that everything is pointing to the center point of the house here. And so in doing so, I had built a home that had an incorrect roof line where the garage ended up being higher than the house. So as we were designing out the garage, and we have a large apartment above the garage right now, and as that roof was going up, this ceiling had to continue to go up and up and up.
Okay.
So we actually have 32 feet inside the ceiling, and there's 4 feet above it for the trusses, and so that's the township's maximum is 35 feet. And so in doing this, my wife can stand at the counter right here, so she can see what's going on in the backyard. She can see who's at the front door. She can see who's pulling in, and she can see who's in the pool, all from one spot.
Very thought out.
So that was our goal in this room.
My only question is, when you and your wife eat dinner, do you sit here and she sits there?
We usually take from the looks of this belly, I'm usually have my food right here, watching TV in there. We put the dog between us, Mr. Maverick, it's always over here. We do a lot of entertaining, so there's 18 people that sits at this table. This is a single cut piece of walnut that came out of, I believe, Arkansas.
Wow.
And
very nice.
Had a special company. You'll notice that the buckles on the chairs match the railing in the house.
Yes.
And then one thing we do is we'll host a lot of big parties, and so we wanted the home to be transient, or I should say transitional, to be able to make more and more space. So these doors are as simple as just grabbing here, pushing, and just opening up on both sides. And what we wanted to do at this point is then make the room bigger if we were having lots of parties. We've had between 40 and 60 people here on occasion. But this is a Four Seasons porch, now heated by the floor. And you'll notice the beams in here are actually holding the ceiling strength and buckled all together. And that goes from the inside to outside. And what we wanted to do is we're very much outdoor people, and you have to kind of ignore the office. I moved home in January, and I don't have a place to put my office until the hangar gets built. So it's in here now. People who have pools, can you imagine the olden days when a pool was in the backyard and a kid would get changed in their bedroom, they'd walk through the hallway, they'd say goodbye to mom and dad, they'd go down the staircase, walk across the family room down the downstairs, open up the slider doors, walk across a patio, go down about 6 steps, walk another 20 feet, open up a chain link fence, go out into the chain link fence, roll and uncover a big pool and open up a side piece and get all their stuff out. And there's 30 steps from the point of getting their suit on to getting in the pool that would make it so that people just do not use their pools anymore. And we wanted the pool to be as close to the house as possible.
You have kids or grandkids?
Yes, I got 6 grandkids and they live in the houses right up here. So you can see there's lots of grandkids stuff all around.
What's the story with this?
That is from a Meyer Thrifty Acres. That is one of the original, not dollies, what do they call it? It's Sandies. This is a Sandy, original Sandy out of Meyer Thrifty Acres. The stores had these, there were penny ponies.
Yeah.
And it's original and it still works.
With a penny.
Well, or anything.
Yeah.
Yep. And this is going to be going in the event center as a part of the play area downstairs.
Oh, cool.
Yep, but this is
What year do you think it was?
30s.
30s, okay.
Yep, 1930s. Yep. And we got this out of an estate, and that thing is almost 1,000 pounds. It is massively heavy. And then all doors here slide all the way up. And then a little dirty out here because we had a storm yesterday, but
I love to see it.
it is as simple as it's just a simple. And then we built in the full hot tub here, as well as the kids sitting area here and seating areas. And then we have a play area where the kids play basketball constantly.
Nice.
And then it goes down and we went 10 feet for the diving board.
So 6 grandkids.
Yeah.
How many kids?
3.
3 kids.
Yep. And then all their friends are here. All the kids are here.
Yes.
We even had a big party in here a couple nights ago. So even last night, some people were in here. So
Okay, I got an idea for you.
yeah.
Since you've thought of everything, it seems. You know what would be perfect out here? The one thing that I would add in this awesome outdoor space I would not want to leave. So Clark, here's my idea. Tell him.
Fountains, Aquascape
See?
Fountainscapes.
I didn't even have he knows.
Well, we got transient on the front row. We'll just move it over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A single fountain
Yeah.
right here would look awesome, and then it would have that sound. And then, of course, you can do the adjustable pump on it.
Yeah.
And then you'd have that outdoor sound.
So this is all automated. Yep. So
So screened in.
yep, that's all screen. And then if the weather gets really bad, then these drop. That's the glass. It's the actual plastic. So, and then we only do that on 3 sides because with monoxide, I did not want to put one on this side because I trusted that people would seal it off and have a monoxide issue. So the screens are all 4 sides, but the plastic are only on 3.
That is
Yep.
fantastic.
And this is good to go to about mid-December, and we can open up about late March. If you get out here in January, it just can't quite keep up with the cold.
This is Ryan with Platinum Ponds and Landscaping. We are out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, and we started our business in 2016. This is a split stream pondless waterfall that we designed, and it's the front entry of this beautiful log home. And the things that we really love about it that makes it unique is that we've got 2 different starting points of water. We've got this side here that starts up, and I'll just walk up here, and we've got a lot of different waterfalls that are completely different. And I love this piece of wood right here that kind of encapsulates this edge here that is just a piece of driftwood. And then here we've got a nice split stream waterfall coming up here, and we've got aquascape spillways behind these waterfalls here. And then coming over to this side, we've got another aquascape spillway here. There's a 9PL running both of these waterfalls, so we've got 2 9PLs. We did a lot of aquatic plants that kind of help the edge work here. We wanted to try to have aquatic plants taking over the rock work like you see here, and this has always been one of my favorite waterfalls just with the uniqueness of it. And here's our basin where both of the waterfalls come together. Our pumps are right down here. We've used a piece of flagstone because we wanted to have that natural look there. One of the really unique things we did is, I'll come over here, when we originally built this center circle, we didn't have enough grade for waterfalls, so we actually built it up in the back. So we bought our grade up about 2 foot from the back and slanted it up so it went down to 0 on the concrete. And then we used this beautiful weathered limestone quarried out of Missouri to build a wall that goes across the entire entire back, and there's a lot of plants that kind of are in front of it, but you can see we've got a rock wall that goes across the entire front, and that was used to build up our grade and get us some extra height for waterfalls. So they've got a nice cool little bench here to sit down and sit next to the waterfalls, and I love this split waterfall right here. This is probably my favorite waterfall right here. Yeah, and then coming over to this side, we've got the rock wall that continues around this side and kind of houses that weeping cherry there, really nice. We got some beautiful colors, rose shrubs here, and we've got a lot of lights. We got aquascape lighting in the water feature, and then we've got landscape lighting going around the outside of the water feature as well.
Okay, 700 cc. See if I remember the gearing system. But we have to go. I'm gonna do the runway.
Okay, so I was gonna say, go to the end.
Yeah.
And you will be able to get up to about 65, 70 miles an hour. Absolutely beat the crap out of it.